COVID insights for future success, the world of work. The disruption caused by COVID was and is inherently different to that caused by most major challenges which normally hit organisations, be they financial, technical, process or reputational. COVID impacted multiple key areas at once: employees, the market, customers and investors with unprecedented speed and depth. In addition, it impacted globally, not locally like most organisational challenges. It heralded an unprecedented level and length of uncertainty and stress for both individuals and organisations. The key questions organisations faced were: to what degree, 1, can our pre-COVID task delivery model be easily adapted to meet the relevant health requirements, e.g. social distancing and lockdowns? 2, can we respond to potential market changes driven by COVID hitting us in due course, e.g. the significant potential reduction in demand caused by lockdowns and lack of customer confidence? As societies closed down, many people were made redundant or put on furlough due to the massive drop in demand. This reduction in employment ranged from around 10% plus in Australia, 20% plus in USA, UK and European countries, to a staggering 46% in Mexico. The number of women leaving work due to COVID impacts of some type was 1.8 times that of men, women making up 39% of global employment, but 54% of job losses. For those fortunate enough still to have a job, their working hours and thus pay were reduced on average by 15%. And there was the constant possibility of losing their job through redundancy or the organisation just going bust. The key COVID-driven change within organisations was the removal or reduction of the face-to-face interaction between employees and in some cases customers, which was key to smooth operational delivery. Organisations thus had an immediate challenge: how to adapt existing ways of thinking and working to do business, but not as usual, as quickly as possible. The better the speed and effectiveness of this adaptation, the less disruption organisations suffered. For those still in work, enforced remote working was hailed as the solution. But the reality is a majority of employees cannot do their jobs remotely. They have to be present, from bus drivers to hospital clinicians. Remote working was only a solution for about 25 to 35% of employees and less in non-advanced economies. That said, COVID forced remote working to be taken to a level never previously reached, despite the fact technology long made it possible years earlier. So, what are the key lessons from our response to COVID to deliver success in the future? 1. Keep things slick. No return to bureaucracy, talking shop meetings and over-complex decision making. Work on the principle that every additional step in a process which is not critical to success is a potential waste of time, effort, resources and increases risk. But don't use that as a justification to cut out people who do need to be involved. Over-concentration of decision power carries its own risks. 2. Trust the tech and use it. The rapid expansion of tech across organisations to enable decision-making, delivery and interaction demonstrated how much and in how many ways tech could benefit performance. We need to proactively apply the principle: let tech do what tech does best and let humans do what humans do best, and then we have the best of both. 3. Engaging, effective, ethical and entrepreneurial leadership. The pressures of COVID made people aware of the difference between good and just average leaders in their organisations. The good leaders engaged people, showed they cared, demonstrated great professional and task skills, behaved ethically, and they were entrepreneurial in adapting to COVID and seeing opportunities it created. Now the benchmark has been set. All leaders need to get to this level in the post-COVID future. 4. Focus on purpose. COVID initially forced a singular purpose on most organisations: adapt or crash. Then subsequently it became adapt to get through to the end. Now, in so doing, for the first time, many people in their careers experienced the power of everyone being focused on a single aligned purpose. For them and those around them, it gave their work greater meaning. Focus on purpose must still be used and made as clear as much in the future as it was to survive COVID. 5. Give freedom, build trust. Where decision making was cascaded to the lowest practical level, organisations were able to move with the additional speed and adaptability that this brought. Despite the fears of some leaders that this empowerment of employees might lead to disaster, it didn't. It enabled them to perform better and feel more trusted, which made them then even more committed and motivated. After COVID, empowerment must be expanded further, not reduced. 6. Inspire and enable innovation, agility, creativity. Too often cultures, particularly blame cultures, block innovation, agility and creativity. People won't innovate or be creative if their boss doesn't listen, or if it goes wrong they get blamed. Innovation, agility and creativity were vital to COVID survival, but they are just as vital to future success, so we must keep enabling them. 7. Optimise remote working. Up to 25% of the workforce could work remotely 3 to 5 days a week. There is clear evidence that some employees enjoy remote working as it enables a better work-to-family balance. Where it was implemented well, employee performance went up. There is no reason, technical or leadership, or performance, why this should not be the way those employees who want to can remote work in the future. Finally, 8, be human and deepen relationships. Above all, COVID taught us that success for our organisations is more likely if we accept those around us are humans like ourselves who have needs, hopes, fears and aspirations. By creating a we, not me culture, success will follow. Such an environment unleashes the full potential we all have. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. This isn't a statement of modern employee engagement. It's an observation from Aristotle, 500 BC. The ancient Greeks had and got through a pandemic as well. Maybe it shows that despite all the progress since then, getting the best from us as humans to make our organisations a success hasn't really changed that much at all. If you're interested in learning more, you can read the in-depth article on my website, Chris Roebuck Live, or by using the link below.